Every month, millions of American seniors write checks for bills they are legally allowed to stop paying, and the agencies, companies, and administrators who benefit from that ignorance are not rushing to correct it. 5 specific bills qualify for legal exemptions, reductions, or outright elimination for seniors right now, and the process for claiming each one is documented, verified, and completely free to access. Most people who qualify will never find out, not because the information is hidden, but because nobody with a financial stake in the status quo is going to hand it to you. The news cycle gave you the headline and moved on. Your plan administrator never called. Your county office never mailed a reminder. What changed is that the legal landscape shifted in your favor, and understanding exactly how to claim what you are owed starts right here, right now. Grab a pen, take notes, and share this with every senior you know. Because missing even one of these 5 exemptions means leaving real money on the table every single month until now. Decades of policy design built these bills into fixed costs that seniors accepted as permanent obligations. But legal reality has never matched that assumption. Property tax systems were constructed by local governments that counted on most homeowners never applying for available exemptions. Medicare was designed with cost-sharing structures that assume every enrollee pays the posted rate. Energy assistance programs were funded by Congress specifically because utility bills represent a disproportionate burden on fixed incomes, yet application rates remain embarrassingly low. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, signed into law on July 4, 2025, introduced the largest senior-specific tax deduction in decades. State legislatures from Texas to Wyoming have quietly expanded senior property tax protections that most affected homeowners have never filed for. Pharmaceutical assistance programs at the federal level now cap annual out-of-pocket drug costs in ways that eliminated thousands of dollars in annual bills for qualifying seniors, but only for those who enrolled. The systemic failure is not a lack of programs. The gap is between what exists on paper and what most seniors have actually claimed, and that gap is about to close. Bill number 5 on this countdown is your federal income tax liability, and what changed on July 4, 2025, redraws the math for millions of seniors permanently. The Internal Revenue Service confirmed that the One Big Beautiful Bill Act created a brand new $6,000 deduction specifically for Americans age 65 and older, available from 2025 through 2028. According to the Internal Revenue Service directly, this deduction applies whether you itemize or take the standard deduction. It stacks on top of either. A married couple where both spouses are 65 or older can claim $12,000 combined. The phase-out begins at $75,000, modified adjusted gross income for single filers, and $150,000 for joint filers, meaning the majority of seniors on fixed incomes qualify in full. This is on top of the existing additional standard deduction for seniors, which is $2,000 for individuals and $3,200 for joint filers. The combined effect means many seniors will owe significantly less or nothing in federal income taxes starting with their 2025 returns. You must claim this deduction actively. It does not apply automatically. Your tax preparer may not have explained it yet, and the deadline for your 2025 return will not wait. Bill number 4 is your property tax bill. And this one surprises almost everyone because most seniors believe they already receive every discount they are entitled to. They do not. Every state in the country operates at least one senior property tax exemption, freeze, or circuit breaker program, and the majority of eligible homeowners have never applied. Texas seniors receive a homestead exemption that freezes the school tax portion of their property bill at the value it held when they turned 65, meaning a rising market never increases that portion of their tax burden again. Texas voters approved expanded homestead exemption amounts in November 2025, delivering additional reductions heading into 2026. Wyoming enacted legislation giving seniors over 65 who have owned their homes for 25 years a 50% exemption on property taxes. According to the mortgage reports, many seniors who qualify for these exemptions are paying hundreds to thousands of dollars more per year than they are legally required to pay. Think of the exemption like a ceiling bolted into the law. It will not lower your bill by itself. You must file the paperwork to put it in place. Contact your county tax assessor's office directly, bring proof of age and residency, and ask specifically about every senior exemption, freeze, and deferral program available in your jurisdiction before this year's assessment cycle closes. Bill number 3 is your utility bill, and the exemption hiding inside it has been funded by Congress and ignored by most of the people it was built for. The Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, known as the Federal Energy Assistance Program, provides direct payment assistance toward heating and cooling bills for eligible households, with benefits ranging from $200 to over $1,500 depending on your state and household size. Seniors and households with disabled members receive priority consideration under federal guidelines. Drop the word "approved" in the comments if you have ever applied for utility assistance, because the gap between who qualifies and who actually applies is staggering. The National Council on Aging reports that home heating costs are expected to rise 9.2% in 2026, with average households spending nearly $1,000 annually on energy alone. California's Lifeline Rate program offers senior and disabled citizens a direct exemption on electric and utility bills, a credit applied monthly with no annual reapplication required once enrolled. New Jersey's Lifeline program provides an annual bill credit of $225 to seniors 65 and older meeting income thresholds. The Illinois application window runs through August 15th of 2026, but funding is first come, first served, which means every week of delay is a week closer to the money running out before your application reaches the top of the pile. Bill number 2 is your prescription drug costs, and if you are paying full price at the pharmacy counter every month, there is a real possibility you have been overpaying for years while a federal program sat waiting with your name on it. Medicare's Extra Help program, also called the Low-Income Subsidy, is administered by the Social Security Administration and pays some or all of your Medicare Part D drug plan premiums, deductibles, and co-payments. The Social Security Administration estimates the average annual value of Extra Help at $5,700 per person. In 2026, Extra Help enrollees pay no more than $5.10 for each generic drug and $12.65 for brand-name drugs. Once out-of-pocket drug costs reach $2,100 annually, covered prescriptions cost $0 for the remainder of the year. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services estimated in 2023 that up to 2 million Medicare enrollees qualified for Extra Help but had never enrolled. Linda, 69, a retired school aide from rural Ohio, had been paying $400 a month for 3 maintenance medications for 2 years. She applied for Extra Help after learning about it through a benefits counselor. Within 6 weeks, her monthly drug cost dropped to under $30, saving her over $4,500 in her first year alone. What comes next is the bill that carries the single largest monthly dollar amount for most seniors, and the legal mechanism to reduce it is one phone call away. Bill number 1, the most important discovery in this entire script, is your Medicare Part B premium, and the mechanism to legally reduce or eliminate it is something the majority of qualifying seniors have never been told about. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services set the standard monthly Part B premium at $202.90 in 2026, up 9.7% from 2025, according to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services directly. Over 12 months, that is $2,434.80 coming out of your Social Security check before you ever see it. According to Medicare Resources, approximately 1,369 Medicare Advantage plans offered a Part B premium reduction benefit in 2026, a legal mechanism where the plan pays some or all of your monthly Part B premium as a credit back to you. Reduction amounts ranged from under $10 per month to the full premium amount. Robert, 73, a retired postal worker from Albuquerque, had paid the full Part B premium for 8 years since enrolling in Medicare. His total overpayment exceeded $19,000. After a benefits counselor identified a Medicare Advantage plan in his zip code offering a $100 monthly Part B credit, his annual out-of-pocket premium dropped by $1,200 immediately. Separately, the Extra Help program eliminates Part D premiums for qualifying enrollees and waives late enrollment penalties entirely. Call 1-800-MEDICARE, that is 1-800-6334-227, or visit medicare.gov to compare plans during your next enrollment window, because every month you delay is $202.90 that does not come back. Predators have already mapped every exemption, program, and benefit explained in this script, and they are using that map to find you. The United States Senate Special Committee on Aging confirmed in its 2025 Age of Fraud report that seniors over 60 lost $4.8 billion to scams in 2024 alone, with artificial intelligence voice cloning now making fraudulent calls sound indistinguishable from real government officials. The schemes targeting seniors in connection with these exact programs are specific. Callers claiming to process your extra help enrollment for a fee, fake government websites mimicking Medicare.gov, emails requesting your Social Security number to confirm your new $6,000 senior deduction, and text messages claiming your property tax exemption requires immediate payment to lock in. None of these are real. The red flags are clear. Any caller asking for a processing fee, any website you did not reach by typing the address directly into your browser, any urgency that pressures you to act before hanging up. Legitimate government services are always free. The Social Security Administration will never call demanding immediate action. If anything feels wrong, hang up and call 1-800-772-1213. That is Social Security's verified number. Report suspected fraud immediately to the National Elder Fraud Hotline at 1-800-33-FRAUD-11. That is 1-800-3337-283311. Protecting these exemptions means protecting every dollar they are worth. You earned every one of these protections through decades of work, through taxes paid, through contributions to systems that were built with your participation and are now legally obligated to honor it. The specific moments this audience knows, the utility bill that made you choose between heat and groceries, the pharmacy counter where you put a medication back, those are not the moments the system designed for you. They are the moments that happen when information does not reach people before deadlines pass. Here is what you do right now. For the $6,000 senior tax deduction, visit irs.gov or call your tax preparer today. The deduction is active for your 2025 return. For property tax exemptions, call your county tax assessor's office and ask specifically about every senior exemption, freeze, and deferral program available. For energy bill assistance, visit benefits.gov or call 211, your local assistance network, to find your state's application portal before funding runs out. For extra help with prescription drug costs, apply at ssa.gov or call 1-800-772-1213. For the Medicare Part B premium reduction, visit medicare.gov or call 1-800-633-4227 to compare qualifying plans. Warn everyone you know. Scammers are already posing as helpers for every program on this list. No legitimate program ever charges a fee. If this gave you something your plan administrator, your agency, or the evening news never took the time to explain, hit the like button. It tells this platform that this kind of practical information matters and needs to reach more people. Share this with every senior in your life who is still paying bills they legally do not owe, because the difference between knowing and not knowing is measured in dollars leaving their account every single month, and that difference ends the moment they watch this.